The dimensions of the depression that someone who thinks the subject has developed completely randomly or has convinced themselves to think so and has excluded the Supreme Creator will experience, and the dimensions of the distress that someone who knows that this is especially deliberately and with a known time, hour, and fate will experience, are not the same in magnitude or intensity. Someone's constant regret of, if only I had done this, if only I had woken up early that day, if only I hadn't taken that plane, if only I hadn't gotten in that car, if only I hadn't crossed that street, if only I hadn't taken the kids there. To prevent the suffering from that past moment consumes them so deeply that they can't escape from that depression, thinking that the misfortune happened randomly by chance. Because the notion that it is the consequence of his own negligence or his own choice, or the notion that it is the consequence of someone else's negligence or choice, gives rise to a tremendous void within him, creating a sense of emptiness and uncertainty that is difficult to bear. It is as if thoughts are calling back time, as if random events occurred without any conscious awareness that the process is actually managed by a higher will, bypassing and putting aside the consciousness that questions, what if it was like this, what if it was like that, and entering into a state of tremendous distress in response to these events that create a profound depressive effect within the person experiencing them. But sometimes, whether it's by their own choice or someone else's, or due to the ill intentions, bad intentions, or negligence of others in the environment, regardless of the reason or occasion, an individual who acknowledges that every event unfolds solely with the permission and consent of Allah undoubtedly understands that although those responsible for faults, negligence, or ill intentions are to blame, they recognize that such events would not have occurred without Allah's allowance. Ultimately, there are consequences, and they seek justice against the unjust in the eyes of society. However, it is crucial not to let these outcomes turn into a rebellion against Allah Azza and Jalla, as doing so would only amplify their troubles and lead to their own self-destruction, in accordance with the divine decree of Sinabi Haqqa. Thus, it is imperative to avoid burning oneself inside with resentment and instead trust in Allah's wisdom.